A mother, a brother, a cousin, maybe a colleague. I'm guessing that everybody here knows somebody or has been impacted by somebody that has lost somebody prematurely. For me, my friend Matt. Matt and I worked at summer camp for 2 years. We would sneak out and we would look at the stars at night, we'd talk all night, and we talked mostly about girls. A couple years ago, I had the opportunity and I shot Matt's wedding. 6 months ago, we found out Matt had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Watched him over the last 6 months fight that. They say 1 in 2 men will get cancer in their lifetime. 1 in 3 women. I don't like those odds. My wife does not like those odds. I don't want to be the guy that you knew, the guy that you lost. But what can you do? I can start by standing up and saying, I'm going to make the decision that I'm not going to let convenience be my guide. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of energy to take control of your health. But you know what? I think it's worth it. There are certain things that we cannot control. But for those other things that we can, you know what? I'm going to do my best to do that. And this is where things get more exciting, because this is an inspirational talk. I have 8 principles for you. 8 principles that are going to help you on your journey. They helped me on my journey already today. And what plan doesn't have a great acronym? Am I right?
You're right.
Always, yeah, always. C is for choice. Choices. We make them every day. In fact, it's the first decision that we have to make when we want to make a better life or we want to make improvements. They're big, they're small. It's weird. Oftentimes the smaller ones seem to have the bigger impact over the long term. We make choices about how we spend our time. We make choices about what we eat. We make choices about who we spend our time with. We make choices about how we spend our money. If your goal is a lifestyle based on for wellness, then your decisions need to be informed and not assumed. The next letter is R, for rest. It seems like every week there's another article in the paper, there's something that somebody emails me. I'm not sure why they always email me about rest, but rest has such a huge impact. There's, adequate sleep is linked to improved memory, longevity, regulating body weight, and it's what the body needs to maintain our immune system. I love the quote, for fast-acting relief, slow down. E stands for environment. Environment is the external space around us that impacts the internal space inside of us. It's all of our senses, our touch, our smell, our hearing. All these things influence our mood and our health. I just read earlier this week that having a plant in your office will increase your creativity. I just read the headline, I didn't read the whole thing. But that was fascinating. I don't have to know how it works, I just have to do it. A is for activity. This reminds us that we gotta keep these things moving and these things moving. We want this thing to keep moving. The letter T adds trust to the list. I'm not talking about trust in ourselves, I'm not talking about trust in each other, but I'm actually talking about trust in God. There's a lot of links that link, in science, that link faith and health. And studies have validated these positive benefits of being part of the faith community. Interpersonal relationships, is the next focus. As you can see, this acronym is really a whole body wellness. It's body, mind, and spirit. Having strong friendships is important for our mental health, but it's also important for our physical health. Studies show that indicating that if you have someone that loves or cares for you, you have a 3 to 5 times lower risk of premature death and disease from all causes than those that don't have those kind of relationships. That's pretty significant. A doctor said, it seems something deep inside ourselves responds positively when we love. Love appears capable of sparking healthy biological reactions in much the same way as good food and fitness. That's crazy. I've heard of that. O introduces us to outlook. What's your approach to life? Are you an optimist? If you are, you have a head start. If you're not an optimist, then you have to make some wise choices to get over that hurdle and to get into that positive mindset. The last is nutrition. And for me, this is the easiest area in my life to revert to old habits and shrug off those healthy choices, really in place of convenience. We all know that fresh fruit and vegetables, and grains, and limiting our meats and dairy is best for us. And half the time they say knowing is half the battle. But in reality, it's like 2% of it. Because we still make those horrible choices.
Right.
We look at the takeout menu, and we look at the food in our fridge, and we say, I'm hungry now, I'll be healthy later. This brings us right back to the first principle, choice. It's your health, and you have to make a choice. It takes time to read labels. It takes time to understand what the chemicals are, and which ones are okay, and which ones are not okay. Which ones are carcinogens, and endocrine disruptors, and immune suppressants. The acronym CREATION came from Florida Hospital, and Adventist Health System. And these 8 principles are for optimal health. Choice, rest, environment, activity, trust, interpersonal relationships, outlook, nutrition. It's like they might go on, but there's not, there's just 8. You are your own health advocate, and you must take charge of your health. I think you're worth it. Matt's treatment are working, and he's actually in remission now. I don't ever want to be in this seat, and I don't want you guys in this seat either. Thank you.